What's going on, guys? All things NFTs. My name is Rob, and this is going to be a very exciting episode. I've actually got David, the co-founder of Apes R Us, in this very episode. So we will be taking the time. I'll be asking him a bunch of questions about himself, his experience, and the project. There's going to be some really big gems you're not going to want to miss out. So pay attention, and I hope you're enjoying this video. So David, you're one of the co-founders of Apes R Us. Would you mind doing a quick introduction?
Sure. So I'm David. Other people know me in Discord as David K, if anyone doesn't know by now. I'm the co-founder of Apes R Us, and I'm also the founder of 4Stages, which is the art management company that myself and Katoon own. I'm actually from UK, but I'm half Chinese from Shanghai, and I live in Malaysia, so bit of a weird combination there, and I don't sound British at all, which is also another weird combination. I studied in international schools most of my life, so hence the accent, but yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about this whole 4Stages. From my understanding, you're the founder of 4Stages, is that correct?
Yeah, I am the founder of 4Stages, and the co-founder is Katoon. So our goal is to basically create awareness for Asian artists, mainly focusing on Southeast Asian artists because we're both based in Malaysia. But we see so much talent and perspective from artists from this side of the world, and we really want to give them the opportunity to shine and give them a platform to expand their horizon, whether it's to get their artworks into galleries or whether it's to connect them with brands, or connect them with corporate jobs, such as like working for corporate graphic designs and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things that we have planned and we've been doing, and it's basically a platform to help people grow rather than just stay within their domestic comfort level. So that's
So I understand that you and Katoon put together 4Stages, but how did you even get to meet Katoon?
The story is quite funny, actually, how I met Katoon. I just moved to Malaysia at that point, which was now 4 years ago. Was looking for some artwork for my apartment, and I was scrolling through Malaysian artists, and then I discovered Katoon. And then I reached out to him, and I was like, hey man, do you have any artwork for sale? And then I bought these two from him. And then from that, he was just like, I was actually asking him what's his visions and what's his goals moving forward, and he was just telling me he's grinding, he's hustling, trying to get more jobs and whatnot. And then I've been an art collector for quite some time, so I know quite a lot of people in the art industry, so I reached out to them, and then there were several opportunities on the table, and I got him his first job for one brand back then, and then we were both like, damn, we could definitely do this together as a business and expand with other artists as well. And yeah, the rest is history from that. That's what created 4Stages. Yeah.
That's actually insane, man. That's actually insane. See, I didn't even know the full story. That's actually mind-blowing. And I love the fact that, like you mentioned, you're actually a collector, because I feel like everybody, most people that actually come into this space, the NFT space, they actually do it for money. So the fact that you have your heart at core with being, you actually caring about the art itself, I think that's actually amazing, man. So good on you about that. But so I imagine that was probably a few years ago, the whole 4Stages thing. At what point in time did you and Katoon decide that, hey, doing gigs in real life and selling actual art in real life is amazing, like an actual physical print, but let's take this into the digital space?
To answer that, actually, Katoon has always been doing physical and digital art for quite some time, but he never ventured into the NFT space. So obviously back then when we first started our business, I think that's when NFTs were starting to pop off. There was like talks about NFTs, and I asked Katoon, like, are you down to explore this? And then at that time, I wasn't very knowledgeable on NFTs. Like, I understood the core principle of NFTs. I didn't really dive into it very deep. And from that, we kind of like just learned more, and I started reaching out to more people. And then we just decided, okay, let's go for it. You know, we'll do it simultaneously at the same time that we're doing brand work. And that's how we kind of prepared for the art side of things. But it's kind of ironic because we prepared for a project, but we didn't have a platform. And we were aiming at that time, because the main driver in the market for NFTs back then was Nifty Gateway, right? But Nifty has a very selective process or procedure for selecting their artists. So I wasn't sure how long it would be or how successful it would be in applying to. It was really important to kind of get to market as soon as possible, because I didn't know whether this was like an overnight fad or was sustainable for the long term. So we didn't really want to rush. We wanted to plan everything out meticulously and just hope that we could find a decent partner to collab with on our first NFT drop. And that's kind of where it took the longest. It took a really long time preparing and selecting which marketplace to actually drop. We really wanted to like make waves in Southeast Asia and kind of like make a statement, like, okay, you know, Katoon, he's worked with so many celebrities and brands. We've got to do it big, you know, go big or go home, basically.
Wow, man, that's amazing. So I'm guessing it was at that point in time that you guys came across a SuperFarm.
Actually, the story of SuperFarm is pretty funny as well. I was talking to one of my friends in Hong Kong about Nifty Gateway because I wasn't entirely sure if it was the right avenue that I wanted to Katoon to go down. So we were just having this casual conversation about Nifty Gateway, and then this person told me about SuperFarm. And then I looked into SuperFarm, and then it was like, okay, it seems like what they've got theoretically sounds cool. I spoke to Elliot, I spoke to the SuperFarm team, and then that's kind of when I decided, okay, these guys are really good guys. They have such a big drive, and they're all really big brain guys, you know, the big brain team. So just with the knowledge that their team had, I felt like there was no other option for me to consider. I felt like it was the best avenue for Katoon to grow in the NFT space, as well as have a very strategic partner which could educate us and guide us to be more knowledgeable in this space. So it was definitely a win-win. And you know, Katoon was the first artist to drop on their platform using the launch pads, right? So yeah, in itself, it was kind of like a milestone, you know, because Katoon is from this small country, Malaysia. Most people, I think actually majority of people never even heard of Katoon prior to us dropping on SuperFarm. And that changed a lot, you know, because I think it really like gave him the means and the ground to kind of say like he's in the space legitimately, you know, like it signifies that, okay, he's legit as a physical artist as well as a digital artist, because the response and the sales that we made from it were just crazy, you know. In reality, sold out within the first 10 minutes. Yeah, it was a great accomplishment and a great achievement for us and the team, and we're all very happy with it.
Yeah, man, that's a crazy story. Like that actually gets me so excited because I don't know, I'm one of those guys, you know, I do believe in like things beyond coincidence, and you know, sometimes it's funny how things work out, man. And you know, I love stories like this where, you know, things just fall into place the right way, and you know, you end up getting the right results. So what does your day-to-day look like?
My day-to-day, that's a very good question. It's not really day-to-day, it's night to night. because
Love it.
obviously we work with a lot of accounts overseas. So it's pretty much three different time zones. I have a team in the US that we're constantly in communication, and then we have guys in Europe. So it's tiring. My day to day, as I wake up, the first thing I do is check my emails and then Discord, reply to any questions or queries that people have. And then if I have meetings with brands, then I go and do my meetings. And then I speak to Katoon literally every single day. So it's like I'm his annoying brother in a sense, like, hey, wake up, you got to do this, you got to do this. Hey, we've got to follow up on this and got to speak to this brand. We got a meeting now. And it's very repetitive, but at the same time, it's good because it means, if we're busy, it means something is working, right? I would rather be super busy than just not doing anything.
What are some challenges that you've faced along this journey?
I would say by far the biggest one is the selection that we have to choose for the platform, because there's so many great platforms out there. There's Ethereum, then there's Immutable X, which is also under Ethereum in a sense, but then there's Solana and Cardano. And the thing is, I think our community has a bit of love from every single platform. We have a lot of people which support Immutable X. And so it's always been, for me and the team personally, we've always decided to either go with Ethereum as in OpenSeas or Immutable. And so, it's for us, in this NFT space, you kind of talk to people on a daily basis and you bond with people, you vibe, you connect, and you never want to disappoint people. And I do take that a bit personally at times, because like I never want to upset people or have them angry in a sense, but we have to do what is best for the project, and we have to make these hard choices, whether it's choosing platform or choosing the number of NFTs that we're releasing, or even just the price itself, right? There's so many variables and so many factors that we have to choose for the better of the project, and most people think it's like for our own doing, but it's actually not. We really choose things selectively for the benefit and the longevity of the project. So yeah, some of those choices will not make everyone happy and satisfy everyone, but it is what it is, and we have to keep moving forward. So that's definitely the hardest part of everything so far. Outside of that, I would say like the tech perspective, we're not a very tech savvy team, so we rely on a lot of other people to assist us and help us on the tech side. So definitely the tech side is a big problem. Everybody knows that I'm terrible with tech, so yeah, that's definitely a big struggle.
What are some of your plans for the future, and how do you feel about the actual drop? Like, are you excited, or are you feeling a bit nervous?
I think if you ask that question to any dev on any project, they're all gonna tell you it's a bag of mixed emotions, because I don't think there is a correct way to truly feel. Because yes, there's a lot of excitement, but at the same time, there's a lot of worries and doubts and fear, because anything can go wrong. And as I said, we're not strong on the tech side, so we entirely rely on our external devs to help us build out the technical side of things and the safety and the security. So seeing how Discord and NFTs they're getting hacked so frequently is definitely a big fear for us, that closer to launch something might or can happen. So we really hope that doesn't, touch wood. So hopefully everything will go smooth, but of course the excitement is great, and it gets more nerve-wracking closer to the day of launch. But we're definitely excited, and we hope that everything will go smoothly. and we really hope that everyone will enjoy the artwork that we've worked so hard on. And there's many more things to come. To answer your question, what are the things that we have planned for later on? So yeah, approximately 90 to 100 days after our launch, we're developing one of the most significant parts of the project, which I can't really get too into it, but we're just being selective about partners and strategic partners. But it's going to be very beneficial for other projects and other artists out there. So we're really excited about that part. Then after that, it would be completing the steps on the milestones, such as the merchandise, and there's some other parts that we're working on to develop, which pretty much are already confirmed, but we haven't announced yet because we need to lock down the contracts. But lots of exciting things coming up, for sure.
Okay, so let me stop you right there, David. Okay, you just mentioned the roadmap. You just mentioned there's a couple exciting things that you pretty much have confirmed, but you can't announce. Now, inside the roadmap, there's one word that excites me, and I definitely need to ask you about that. Gaming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, we have been in contact with a few gaming studios. Some of them are positive, some of them not so much, because we have different opinions in progress and in development. But yeah, it really depends a lot on the progression and the outcome of our launch, because what most people fail to realize is that the gaming side of things is very cash intensive. So obviously we need to have enough liquidity to sustain for the gaming side, as well as the other parts of our roadmap. So we're just being very realistic about it. So if the community continues to grow as it has, and people really want this gaming aspect, we're more than happy to go forward with it. It just takes time, and that's a crucial thing in the NFT space, that people are rather impatient, you know. But hopefully everything works out, and we can eventually get the game or games launched. Yeah.
So this is a little bit of a different question, but for those of you watching that are not really up to date with everything that's going on, so about a week or so ago, the team behind Apes, they made a very interesting post on Twitter, and long story short, it caught the attention of Elliot Trades, and Elliot Trades actually ended up changing his profile picture to one created by Apes. So David, what was your exact reaction in that moment?
I saw it before anyone on Discord saw it, actually, because I was on Twitter at that time. And then I messaged Katoon, and then he was like, "Oh shit, that's crazy." And then it kind of took a moment, you know, because like it seems like such a simple thing, like someone changing their profile pic to your project. It seems very normal or very basic, but when you think from like a business perspective, it really hits differently. You know, it creates such an impact for your project, and most people might not realize the significance of such action. But I mean, like Elliot he's a great guy, super big brain. We're glad that he liked it, and hopefully he keeps it for a while on his PFP. Yeah, it was great, man. Like we always show our appreciation to the people that support us, and Elliot and SuperFarm, they've been super supportive of us. So we can't thank them enough, and we wish them nothing but the best and continue to succeed.
So that's actually something that I really like about you. So, and I've actually noticed this from day one. So I know you're the co-founder. I know you've got a lot of things on your mind. There's a lot of things you're working on in the background. But what I really like is the fact that you're taking the time on a daily basis to actually engage and connect with other members inside the Discord. I think that is absolutely fantastic. So how do you even do that?
Good question. I've been active on Discord since 100 members up till now. I try my best to be as active and engaging as possible, but I think it gives people a sense of ease knowing that there's like devs or admins on board. So I just try to give people that comfort or a sense of security knowing that there's those people there. and of course we have our mods, which we have a great team of mods. But I think even if I'm going onto other Discords, I would prefer if like an admin was there or a dev was there. So I try to give that back to our community as well, as much as I can. Yeah.
Look, David, I do have one more question for you. So when website?
I think it should be up within the next 2 weeks.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
And do we have like a rough idea on when the drop is going to take place?
Originally, it was supposed to be early December, but things happened on the back end that we're still working on. So we're probably looking for mid-December as a more realistic time frame.
Awesome, man. That sounds really, really exciting. I'm fucking keen, I'll tell you what. Is there anything you want to share just in the end, David?
Join Discord, buy Apes.
Not financial advice.
Correct.
Love it, man.
Yeah, not much, man. I mean, like, we're pretty transparent as a project, so you know, if there are any questions from anyone, feel free to drop by the Discord and shoot me or any of the mods a message. We'll be more than happy to answer any questions.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to do this, David. You've been very insightful. I've really enjoyed having you in here, and I'm sure the people watching will enjoy as well. But yeah, looking forward to the next interview. You have an absolutely great day, my friend, and I'll see you next time.